Happy New Year. I'm Linda Brayman. Since we started the show, Senior Moments has counted 20 new years. Thanks to your support, we have been able to continue the show for a long time, and it has been getting better and better. Senior Moments covers events and activities at senior centers in the Ann Arbor Ypsilanti area, such as the Ann Arbor Senior Center, Turner Senior Resource Center, the Pittsfield Senior Center, and the Ann Arbor Community Center. Also, the show provides valuable information for senior citizens on such issues as health, wealth, finance, and entertainment. Senior Moments is a monthly show. It premieres on the last Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. and it reruns 10 times a week on CTN Channel 16. Please check out our website, a2gov.org/CTN for the playback schedule. And if you can watch the show on YouTube, please log on to youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to view current and archived shows. For some people, the new year may be just another year, but I hope for you, this year will be one of your best. And don't forget, watch Senior Moments. Hello, welcome to Senior Moments. I'm Linda Brayman. Today, our guest is Kathy Mitchell from the Washtenaw County Senior Leaders organization. Welcome, Kathy. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. It's my honor. I was so pleased to be asked to share our resources with you all.
Great. Now, before we get started with Washtenaw County Senior Leaders, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I have been working in the senior living industry for about 7 years with Story Point Senior Living, and that's where I became involved with Washtenaw County Senior Leaders. Previous to that, I have 23 years of previous experience in property management with various different management companies in Washtenaw County, in Wayne County, in Oakland, and Macomb County, and some out-of-state communities as well. So I've done affordable housing, subsidized housing, affordable senior housing, multifamily housing, and corporate housing, and student housing. So I've run the gamut of it. So you could ask me something about any of it, and I probably could answer that question as well. Went to Michigan State University for my undergrad, and then have a graduate certificate in human resource management from Eastern Michigan University. And live in the wrong town, live in Ann Arbor. You know, being a Spartan in Ann Arbor can be hard in the fall, but it was really good this last fall. So we were happy about that. And it's just been, I have to say, I think I found my passion with working in the senior living industry. It's just been very exhilarating on a daily basis about helping solve problems and helping support families.
Good. Now, what do you do at Story Point?
I am a regional business development specialist, and business development is works in tandem with our community specialist in the community. She is the one that shows families physically in the building. I work with professionals. So I'm helping places, hospitals and rehabs, and all the way up to elder law attorneys, financial planners, anybody that may have families they're supporting, clients they're supporting that may be in need of more supportive services. It could be independent living all the way up to memory care. And many times those different entities are looking there, oh, wow, I've started noticing this particular client of mine or patient of mine, depending on what the entity is needing more supportive care. Going home is really not going to be the best option. I know Story Point has resources, but even if I don't have Story Point as the perfect resource for them, I'm happy to connect the dots with other resources in the area. For example, last week I had a financial planner that I know through the U of M Retirees Association that we support. He has a client in the Grosse Ile area and needed some recommendations on senior living. We don't have anything in that area, but I know people that do have things in that area. So I called him and I said, hey, what do you recommend? But more importantly, what would you avoid? Because that's usually half the battle. And I was able to email them a list, and I said, hey, these are the communities that are in that area. These are the ones that they recommend. And this private duty organization could also do supportive care in their home. And they said, gee, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And so it was just helping connect the dots for people. It's to traverse the whole puzzle of senior living and how that all corresponds is hard and it's overwhelming. And there's a lot of emotions in it as well.
Wow, you are a resource in and of yourself.
I try.
That's fantastic. Now, let's go on to Washtenaw County Senior Leaders. Yes. To be honest, Kathy, I had never heard of the Washtenaw County Senior Leaders before. I thought it was perhaps a group of, I don't know, senior citizens getting together to do who knows what. So could you enlighten me and tell me what is it and where is it?
Yeah, typically in normal circumstances, whatever that means anymore, we would meet in person, and in different communities or organizations would host. And we have memberships from senior living communities to skilled nursing facilities, to elder law attorneys, to financial planners, to senior real estate specialists, to funeral homes. Anybody that has their foot in the door involved in supporting seniors in some fashion. And we would have different locations that would host the meeting. And it was a nice way for that particular establishment or organization to highlight what they did. They're better, different, if you will. This is the supportive care we do, or this is what we can do for, legal, worries, or this is how we can help you sell your house, whatever. And it allowed networking opportunities. So it's an organization for professionals. It's networking, it's sharing resources. We do have people that still stay members with us even after they retire. I've actually seen that happen a couple of times. Folks that are social workers or some nurses that still like to kind of keep their foot in the door, or they might just contract on the side. I've seen some folks that do some care management support, used to work in the industry and now do care management as their organization. And so they want to know what the resources are, because you get asked a litany of different things. Oh, I need a downsizer. There's some in the group. Oh, I need someone that can help move. There's movers in the group. Oh, I hate to say it, none of us are getting out of here alive. Hey, what's a good funeral home in the area? Here's a good funeral home contact. It's, a litany of different things. And so we bring all those resources and meet one time a month. But we have a website, we have a LinkedIn group, we have a Facebook page that we can keep everybody together about what's going on, what's new in the industry, continuing education that is available in the industry. We all want to, keep polished up and sharp on everything that is going on in the industry. And I have to say, COVID has made a shift. We've been meeting virtually for over a year now. It's really almost been 2 years. But we've kept meeting because people still need to know what's going on. Needs don't just evaporate just because we're in a pandemic.
So what is your role in the organization?
I'm the president. We actually, in the past, we had one person that was doing everything. And when she decided to retire and move out of state, we decided to appoint a board. And I don't know how she ever did it all by herself. We have a whole newfound respect for Diane. Not that we didn't already respect her, but even more so now. And there is several of us that help kind of coordinate and get information out. I sort of lead it, and so set up the meetings and kind of, keep the communication, streamlined with everything. But it's been a really good group to bring people together and to really hold everybody's hands through this industry. I think it's brought a lot of us, specifically in senior living, even closer together, and been very honest with each other in the last 2 years about, okay, what's going on? What are you experiencing? Are you struggling with caregivers? What have you been doing? I mean, people have been very honest. It's really opened a nice dialogue. It's a very little big industry.
So as a senior citizen, I need a lawyer for, let's say, maybe I don't know what to do with my really senior citizen mom, because she has dementia and she doesn't have any official legal documents saying who should be able to take over for her, make those decisions, etc. So what kind of a lawyer do I look for? Well, first of all, how do I contact somebody, and will they direct me to the exact lawyer that I need?
We do have a lot of attorneys that are part of our organization. And we haven't per se, we're more for professionals. So usually somebody that's already a member of the organization, it's not that we wouldn't welcome a senior member, but that's not really what it's entitled for. I think a lot of seniors might be kind of bored, like, what are you guys just talking about? Like, it's more for the professionals to share the resources amongst each other. And then many times, a senior living community, we've actually had some senior centers be members as well. They've just had a much tighter schedule in the last year and a half or so. So they haven't. Brittany with the Ann Arbor Senior Center is a member. We did have the Saline Senior Center. I've got to get them back more involved again, and trying to get Pittsfield Senior Center, because many times people go to the senior centers, and then the senior centers being part of this group can go, oh yeah, hey, I met somebody with, ABC law firm, and they would be maybe a good fit. Or I know these 3 different attorneys. On our website, we list all the members and all their contact information as well. And so they could be able to utilize that resource as well. But all the senior living communities in the area that are members would have access to that information too.
So I would not be able to contact the organization myself.
You could. I mean, yes, we have somebody manning the administrative email, and that's somebody that would get back to you. I mean, that would not be a problem. We'd be happy to do that. That's just, we've never really been approached about that before, but I wouldn't say we wouldn't support somebody if they had a question.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about someone who is watching this program, and they're saying, okay, so what good is this organization doing me? Yes. I don't belong to a senior center. I don't know anybody. I'm living here alone, and I need something. What does that person do?
Well, they can email our Washtenaw County Senior Leaders administrative. It's right on the website. It's Washtenaw County Senior Leaders.org. We do have 2 different people that are checking that email on a regular basis. Well, actually 3, including myself, that are checking that email on a regular basis and could reply back. But it is actually public access. The website is public. So somebody can go on there and look at all the resources on there.
Well, here's the problem. I don't know how to do email. I don't know how to go on the web. Do you have a phone number that I could call?
We don't have an office, so we don't have a number. That is something, I'm sorry, I would not be able to connect the dot on that one. That's where I would go back to the senior center. And the senior centers, the local senior centers, I'd be happy to share phone numbers to all the Washtenaw County senior centers. There's quite a few. Between Chelsea, Ypsi, Ann Arbor, Pittsfield, Saline, Ypsi 50 and beyond. So there's 2 of them in Ypsi that I'm aware of. They're all over, all the way up even to Whitmore Lake. Okay. And we could make sure that they would have access to the website as well. But yeah, we don't have a main landing phone number because we don't have an office. Okay. It's a professional organization.
Yes. Okay. I realize that. I just was trying to figure out what can you do for the senior who doesn't know how to use internet, who doesn't, lives alone. And so I was just trying to see if there was a way they could connect. Is there anything else that we should know?
The senior leaders, just like I said, I would say you as being a professional, that we are happy to be this resource for folks. But I feel badly because I feel like you guys are hoping for something that senior leaders is, like I said, more of a professional organization. So it's not so much designed for the end user of the senior. It's more for all the professionals that work in the industry to give them the resources. So when they are approached by a senior, which we are on a regular basis, oh, hey, what do you know? And I pulled up the website and wrote down phone numbers for people that might not have access. Oh, you don't have access to the computer? Okay, let me give you some places that would be able to help you. Or do you have an adult child that would like this information emailed as well? So we have tried to do workarounds on that end. I do have to say the senior centers got very active in helping a lot of the seniors. What really opened people's eyes when they had to schedule COVID vaccines and they could only do it online. And so the senior centers very much became a bridge there. I saw that a lot. And we've done that at our communities as well. I mean, we've actually sat down with a laptop. I've done it with someone with their cell phone and helped them do that as well. I mean, we have to meet people where they are. So, and the senior centers, I do want to highlight, and Brittany can definitely share this. They are incredibly affordable for folks. Many of them do have transportation that are part of them, and that's one of the benefits of being a member of the center, because sometimes they can provide transportation to get people there, not only to provide the socialization, but other supportive services, and to be able to hold somebody's hand through some of that information and helping find those things. Because I
Yeah.
know that's something that Brittany has done a fair amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think senior citizen centers are the best thing in the world, and all the classes that they offer. So, if anyone listening or watching is not involved in a senior center, find the closest one, because they are totally awesome.
Yeah. And they have a lot of resources. That's part of their offerings, is what resources do they know in the community, or they know the right person to call. And I become that person a lot. I mean, hey, Kathy, I know you don't do Medicaid, but do you know a place that is a good, reliable place that does have Medicaid beds? And I've made phone calls and said, hey, what do you got? I mean, it doesn't benefit me directly, but it benefits that family that needs the support.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard it's a hard time for a lot of people. And unfortunately, I wish I had a better suggestion as far as like a main phone number that somebody could call, but that's not per se what we do. But again, if somebody were to approach us directly through the website, we absolutely would be happy to share what we can support. I mean, and I've even got some guardianship companies that I know that somebody maybe financially had been taken advantage of by family or a friend or whatnot, and the family's out of state, and so they want to have an intermediary. I know good organizations for that as well, people that I would trust with my own loved ones. So
yes,
it's all different levels of care.
Yes, good information. Thank you. Thank you for coming and telling us about the Washtenaw County Senior Leaders. Now I know what they are.
Yeah.
And our audience, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching Senior Moments. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Linda Brayman. Don't forget to come back again.